I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Star Josie Gibson was left less than impressed when chef Fred Sirieix couldn't help but be a backseat driver when it came to the cooking. Chef Fred knows what H is doing in the kitchen, but after new roles were assigned to the campmates, it was time for Josie and Tony Bellew to take over. As she woke up this morning, Star Josie remembered she's now the camp chef. She admitted, "I feel like I've got a big responsibility now." In the Bush Telegraph, Nick Picard explained, "Last night, Chef Fred found it hard handing the reins over to Chef Tony and Josie. This morning's breakfast service, it's going to be interesting how he's going to cope because I don't think he did too well last night." During breakfast in camp, Fred asked Josie, "Did you do the beans, Josie? Did you soak them?" Josie simply replied, "No." Fred went on to guide Tony about the pan placement on the fire, instructing, "Put it flat, Tony, you've got to make sure it's flat. Not quite flat." In the Bush Telegraph, Fred commented, "Today, Tony and Josie are going to cook their first breakfast. Breakfast is basically boiled rice. But there is a way to cook the rice. If not, the rice tastes bitter and it's really unpleasant in the morning, so hopefully they'll get it right." Back in camp, he asked, "Josie, is the rice cooked? How far are we from?" Josie answered, "It's boiling up. It's still a bit hard." In the Bush Telegraph, she added, "Me and Tony are the chefs. He's a pot wash now. He's got to give the reins over to me. It's only me and Tony can fit on that horse. No Fred." Meanwhile, sous chef Tony said in the Bush Telegraph, "Fred's going to do what Fred's going to do. He's a chef and he's hovering over us while we're cooking. I know it's slightly annoying, Josie, and I'm telling you, it'll get a reaction soon enough. Just sit back and enjoy your popcorn and wait for the mimics fireworks." Josie later explained what had happened to camp leader Nella Rose, fuming, "He's really getting involved all the time." Nella replied, "My whole thing is, we came to the jungle to have fun and do new experiences, and everybody should be able to try new things. If you want to cook, he's not cooking anymore, and I don't think he'll grasp it." In the Bush Telegraph, Nella went on, "It's just rice. I'm not going crazy, it's just rice. I'm going back to sleep." Viewers commented on the situation, with one viewer writing, "I'm sorry Fred is acting like such a psycho for rice, leave Josie alone. Someone had to replace Fred, that's part of the whole camp leader thing, no one can have the same roles." Another said, "Josie has every right to be annoyed with Fred, but because Shush is friends with Nella, the British public are going to side with him because they're all tapped in the head." A third wrote, "Fred's attitude to Josie is rubbing me the wrong way. #I'm a celeb. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here." Continues on Sunday at 9 p.m. on ITV.